good, everybody? You have found yourself in the middle of another Watchmen 82 podcast. It is your boy Wale Analog, and I'm joined by Mr. 1%, the benevolent Suge Knight, Rolls Royce, Elite, Ajia. Yes, and it is the Watchmen podcast, the one that keeps it 100% real with many perspectives from many different people. And we've done it again this week. And our guest this week is an entertainment attorney. Is that correct?
Yes,
Did
sir.
I say that correctly?
Yes, sir.
Among other things, he's got quite a resume. We won't go into that here because, as he said, there's a time and a place. Mr. Alandis Razzle. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Get your
did.
name
Yes,
right.
sir,
All right.
did.
Tell the people about yourself.
Yeah, man. First of all, thank y'all for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Thank
I'm
you.
a huge fan.
Oh, man. Thank you so much for the support.
Started listening with the Black Lightning podcast.
Okay.
And came over to watch me. But yeah, I'm an entertainment attorney. Been in Nashville since like 2012.
Okay.
Entertainment is what I do. I love working with creatives. Love working with, people who make things, right? And kind of helping them kind of protect, what they make. That's how I met Ryan, So
Yes.
I'm saying, sorry, Rolls Royce.
That's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
No,
it's okay for the guest to use the government.
Yeah. So
He good. Yeah.
So yeah, man. But yeah. So that's what I do. I work at a law firm here called Meridian Law, and we work with small businesses, work with entertainers, but really. What kind of got me into law and really what got me into Watchmen, is like, the origin stories, right? You look at the origin stories and you look at how Angela's connected to her grandfather and kind of how she started doing what she did, and realizing that there's a connection there, right? And I was asking, before the show, I don't know if I shared this story, but kind of how I got to where I am with law, my grandfather was like one of the first black people in his county to vote. In Mississippi, right? So like back in the day,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you're looking at what's going on in this show now, right? He fought, man. Like he fought, like had the ACLU come, had to take the poll test and all that stuff, right? Another one of my grandfathers was a sanitation worker, right? With the Memphis Strikes.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like I learned a lot about them growing up and kind of what they did to kind of liberate people, right, and to kind of make sure people had their freedoms. So a lot of the legal work that I do outside of the entertainment field is actually with voting. So when I was in law school, I actually ended up working for the ACLU, right? And when I went out on my own into private practice, one of the first kind of projects I took was like a voting rights project, right? So what kind of took that full circle, right, was a year ago in the last election cycle, just so happened that the temple that the sanitation workers used to like gather in,
Claiborne Temple,
yeah,
in Memphis, yes,
yeah. So I was actually hired to do voting trainings, right, for people for voter protection, right. That was one of the sites I was at, and they had just kind of erected that whole like wall, the I Am a Man wall. So I got to see my grandfather's name.
Man, that's crazy.
The grandfather who was one of the first black people to vote in his county, he actually came to that training, right? So it was like, I say that to say kind of like when I look at Watchmen, and I kind of see how Angela's connected to Will and all that stuff, like that's the kind of stuff I think about, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's kind of what drew me to this, like, this is real, like this is real life, as far as that's concerned. And that's how people live their lives,
right.
with like liberating people and not knowing what the connection is, but knowing that there's something
something there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just thought about that, in watching Watchmen. That's kind of one of the things that kind of sticks out to me.
The show certainly brings out a whole lot more, man. And then I feel like I'm just, I reiterating the same thing over and over and over again every time we record. But man, it's beyond a show. Certainly beyond a superhero show, as it were, considering especially that nobody's super, except for Dr. Manhattan,
right?
Which we will get into.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Manhattan. But before we do that, we would like to acknowledge all of those that have been so supportive in their in the financial aspect of this thing, man. Out on Patreon, patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. Again, that is patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. Our District 9 It's our 9 supporters that have been so supportive. And again, those of you that are not on Patreon, we appreciate you too also, because I've said time and time again that your time is every bit as valuable, if not more so, in many instances. So we appreciate the time that you spend listening to this podcast as opposed to others that are out there. So,
but shout out to all the countries that are
we got the Belgium and Finland, and shout out to
Japan,
Germany and Australia and man, that's
Vietnam.
Right, Canada, that's right,
Vietnam.
Hey. It's a state.
Wow.
It's a state in the But
yes. Not in real life.
But in this podcast, it's real life.
Yes.
But again, the support, thank you again to those 9. Started with my lovely wife, Carrie Ledbetter. Thank you for your support. We've got Jamal Wideman representing Philly, but again, loves them Baltimore Ravens. They're going to the Super Bowl, y'all. They going.
Lamar Jackson?
Yeah. They're going to the Super Bowl. Jamal Wideman. We got Terrence Don't Call Me Richie. Rich. We got Raphael M. Jordan. Thank you so much. Militant Billy and the Professor. Rude to both of those cues. Friendship is essential to the soul, ladies and gentlemen.
You went a little extra with that today.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I wonder why.
A little extra.
I wore this on purpose.
Yes, he did. Yes,
what are you wearing, sir?
Yes.
I'm wearing my Alpha Phi
Alpha. Yes, they were. Yes.
Tomorrow's a special day.
It's a special day. It's a special day. It's a special day. Yes. Would you like to remind? Would you like to share that?
Hey,
we'll do it. You said time and place.
Time and place.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, where was I? We got Militant Billy. We got Militant Billy.
Non-professor.
We got the professor. We've got out there in Cali representing. We got my man
Johnny Prototype.
Johnny Prototype.
Yes.
I almost used his government. Johnny Prototype and Tori Moore out there in the ATL.
Yes.
Thank you for your support very much. Again, if you would like to be among these supporters, you can do so by going to patreon.com/EST1982 podcast. Now, Watchmen. Every week. Okay. We're not gonna go around talking about how good the episode is, right? It's good every week. We're gonna get right into we're gonna get to it. I can't say what Joe Budden would normally say. He likes to get to the. This is a family show,
right?
Okay. So I won't say that.
But you know what it is.
Get to it. And we and as is custom, we would like for our guest to give his thoughts and some of the things that he thought was most significant.
Well, I mean, if we're getting to it,
just get to it.
You know?
And spoilers, y'all. I mean,
you
got to be watching the show.
They're not listening to this podcast unless they have watched it.
Right.
I mean,
but especially on this episode.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, there's so many things, but getting to it, man. Cal, man. I mean,
Cal.
Who is? I mean, we know who he is now, but who is Angela, right? Like what is her place in this? In this story,
the cover up.
Yeah, like how what is she? What's her role?
Other than wife and protector of the home,
right? And why is she protecting? Why did they choose to come here? And come, and why did he choose to live as a human?
Right.
And how is she, like? What was the plot? And I don't know if we're gonna find that out in the next 2 episodes.
They got 2 episodes to wrap that up, man.
Right, but I mean, I think that was crazy. I think I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with Adrian Veidt, man.
Like Adrian Veidt, that's the dad, man.
Yeah,
I'm almost convinced because she was Lady True talking about
Lady True.
I'm putting we jumping all over the place.
Yeah.
But she mentioned implanting the memories in that little girl.
Right.
Apparently those are her moms. So that's her mom. She's really literally growing her mom.
Right.
And then she said, "My dad will join me." And I'm thinking, oh, okay. Because, she got the statue of him in there. Yeah. She loves, Adrian Veidt. He's sitting up in there. They got a statue of him. And who better to harvest their memories than the smartest man in the world to make the perfect person?
It might be the comedian, man.
You think it's a comedian?
I think,
because she keeps talking, the mom's memories, she keeps talking about the guys burning down her village. And I keep going back to that scene in Watchmen.
I get that.
Well, I guess PDPD is trying to throw you off of that, right? Because I think didn't they say that it's not the comedian, or aren't they like?
Oh,
trying to
okay.
say
Yeah,
that?
they did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But they might. I don't know. They
Yeah,
might-
And I need to
when
read
they've done
Peter.
that, we didn't know. We didn't see Hooded Justice coming either, according to Peterpedia.
Well,
So
yeah.
I'm surprised Lube Man didn't
Lube
make
Man.
a appearance in this episode. It was that crazy,
right? He'll show,
or maybe was he
he'll
in the
show,
episode?
he'll show. Okay, so how did? Okay, wait a minute.
So Angela. I mean, again, it's all Angela to me. I mean, you know, her origin story. You know, like being able to see that we talked about there. But I mean, like,
the Sister Night.
the Sister Night thing. You know, and just to see, you know, again how important it is for somebody to see representation, right? And she held on to that representation that she saw.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, in Vietnam, that's probably all she saw.
That's all she saw.
You know, and that's what she wanted to be, and she kind of combined that with the whole, you know, with the whole cop thing, because she saw the justice that was brought. You know, for
and the cop
parents,
offered. He's like, "Yeah, come holler at me
Right.
when you get older."
Yeah,
like they was like the first ones to like show her some, you know, measure of respect enough for her to, you know, ID the guy that blew up her, you know, the little town square and killing her parents,
and also some wrong as well. I would like to dive deeper into that part as well.
Okay,
So,
is, man, like, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
when she says, "Can I listen?" Like she was gonna escort her away.
Yeah,
She
I wanna
ID'd the
hear-
guy,
right.
And she said,
I want to
"No,
hear
can
the
I listen?"
execution. Can I? I'd like to hear that.
I mean,
But she's bitter early, man. That dude, you know what I'm saying?
right?
It's like,
But it explains why she is the way she is
Right.
now. Like
Right.
I smell bleach. I'm going to get this guy.
I'm going to get it. Yep.
No, like there's no due process here.
right.
Like,
I was
yeah,
saying,
and it's
due
like
process does not exist in this universe.
You're an attorney.
Yeah.
Speak on this.
Well, it's what makes you feel so bad about rooting for these guys. I mean, I mean, you're rooting for them because, like, in this world,
You relate.
right? In this world, you get it, you know,
Right.
But because they're on your side, you know. Well,
right.
possibly.
Perspective.
Possibly.
Right.
You
As
know,
far as we know.
based on what Keen is saying, because I don't know what kind of force he's building now. You know, if he's getting all the police to follow him in mask and all that, but you know, they're on your side. You know, that's what we believe, and when they're on your side, we're like, oh well, due process is they don't need that. We don't need to ask the questions
by all means necessary.
but we do. Like, I mean, that is part of what America is, allegedly, right? You know, so
right. There's a lot of question marks.
Yeah, you know,
on
so
both
it
sides of the
really is.
coin.
So I mean, so it really makes you think, like, you know, do we believe in due process? You know, and like as people, do we really believe in due process, or do we believe in justice being
jury and
served
execution
as we perceive justice should be served?
and
you know?
and that's what's intriguing about the show. It examines that, and you know, as an African American, it makes you examine your feelings too, because it's like, you know, what Will did essentially was wrong in the end,
Right.
And like June said,
Right.
like your anger it's become a disease. Like
Right.
it's manifesting itself in ugly ways. I mean, he murked a bunch of people and burned.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And I want to say for good reason, because there is a sinister plot going on.
Yeah.
Something needed to be done, but the way he went about it, he asked for help.
right.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Yeah.
And it set him down a path.
Yeah.
And there's some things with Angela you can say as well.
I mean, when she went into, you know, Nixonville or whatever. And,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I think y'all have talked about that
Yeah.
already, but yeah,
Right.
when she went to Nixonville and just grabbed dude and choked him up, and
Right.
yeah, I mean
Slam him in the truck.
Yeah, I mean that's
Right.
And then after the interrogation, still felt the need to beat him up some
Right.
more in a room.
Right.
That's
You
how
know?
she would get. That's how she gets
and,
down.
and it's like we're like, yeah, but you know, if when we flip the script, I mean, that's what's happening
Yeah.
Right.
to us today.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so yeah, I mean, you got to be careful.
Rooting
about that.
for it. Right.
Be careful. You got to be careful about that.
Yeah, and then you said something about the representation. I wanted to dive deeper into that. And again, this is my opinion, but what I found interesting was just that whole scene where she's looking at the rack, and you're looking at the rack, and it's smut on there. I mean, it's crazy stuff on there, right? And then she gets Sister Night. I was like, oh, this is a blaxploitation film.
Right.
A black mask, as they.
And then
call
I
it. That was
started
their
really
version.
thinking about it. I was like, okay, I have a daughter that's 8, 2 years younger than what Angela was like 10
She was
at the
10,
time, right? So imagine my daughter walking into a video store and that's the only representation she gets is Foxy Brown.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
there's something sad about that.
Yeah.
And then also being in a state where she's practically one of the
only
only
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, after her parents were killed, I mean, she's in that.
Yeah.
I guess she was the ward of the state at that
Right.
point,
Right.
and she was in
Until
that
her
orphanage.
grandma
She was in
almost saved
right.
her.
She was in an orphanage,
Yeah.
and
Until June almost saved her.
Almost.
Man.
right. So that says volumes too about her character.
Yeah.
And I mean, representation does matter, and it's like, then it even asks the question like, when we're starved for representation and we cling on to
Whatever's there.
yeah, like I don't want my look. You know, the black exploitation films. There's positive things to be said about it, but then it also painted some stereotypes that are embedded in American pop culture.
Right. It's a double-edged sword.
It's a double-edged sword,
because it still paved the way for like
Correct.
later, you know,
Right.
that would be, you know, more respectable, right?
Yes. Right.
But you had to start down here with, you know, your stepping fetches and all. You had to
Right.
start low, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And yeah, and you know, stories like that, you know, those movies where those guys would, you know, look like they out there jigabooing and stuff like that. A lot of times they didn't like it, but they understood the importance of it.
Right.
Like, they weren't just like these clowns.
Correct.
They were thoughtful about it, and so
Right.
you have to be careful about condemning it. But you know,
Correct.
when we see the imagery,
Right.
when we don't understand, you know, we would have to have swallowed some of their nostalgia and go back and see,
Right.
you know, to understand.
Well, like you know,
what I'm
even the
saying?
Dolomite story.
Yeah,
like I don't know if you watched that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
It put a brand new perspective on Dolomite.
yeah,
when
when
you
you
watch-
you see him, you just think he's a clown.
Yeah, if you just watch the movie, you're like,
Silly movie.
You're like, man, what is this mess? And it's hilarious, but I shouldn't like this.
right, right. Your guilty pleasure.
Right.
Yeah,
but then when you see what he did behind the scenes and
Right.
how he was trying to employ people and how he was in
Right. It was a
trying
vehicle.
to
It was a
empower-
vehicle to do.
Yeah, own
Right.
everything.
And then you see the business side of it,
Right.
and you see the purchasing power from the African American community,
Right.
and you saw businesses that were predominantly white that were like, yeah, there's power in here, and we're gonna
harness it.
we're gonna harness it for monetary gain. So I mean, that's an important lesson to learn, you know, especially for, you know, black entrepreneurs and black business, that we have a lot of power.
Yeah, and
You know.
and artists and black artists. You know, I mean, 'cause
Exactly.
I see it time and time again. you
Right.
know, where it's the hot thing. You know,
Right.
the bigger companies will come and
Right.
and take it. You know,
Yes.
and then when the next thing happens,
Right.
see you later.
Get it again,
You know,
yeah.
You know,
Right.
So yeah,
So,
yeah,
yeah, but it was the only thing on that rack, though.
yeah. Only
Right.
thing on the rack.
So that's a story in itself. Peteypedia broke that down. Even did
Yeah.
you read that?
I didn't see
The
that
history of the movie.
Break it down.
In the universe. Obviously, apparently, it was a very popular movie.
Okay.
And you know, she was a nun or whatever. And, you know, she had these little catchphrases and stuff. And then they even cited Ebert giving it, I forgot how many stars he gave it. It was a real long write-up about the importance of that movie at that time. In the universe, it came out in like 1977. So it was right around that time. Like right before the Keene Act even passed. Like it wasn't outlawed quite yet.
Right.
But it was within the same year. And those movies were referred to as Black Mask instead of Black Exploitation. That was their phrase for Black Exploitation movies. So black masked heroes doing the thing.
Okay.
And she was like one of the prominent ones of that time. And they almost alluded, and I can't say for sure, but they were alluding to like she was like the only female one, almost similar to what in real life, like Pam Grier was ours, right? Like Coffee Brown, Coffee and
Foxy Brown.
Right. Coffee and Foxy Brown and stuff like that. And it was almost like they didn't say, but you kind of figured that they're mirroring it, and you know, she was huge too, like during those times. I mean, she was a sex symbol, but she was strong and putting in work and all that. But yet it was still one of them crazy movies.
Yeah.
But we watched them, so they almost paralleled in that. So it's an interesting read.
Right.
And she had catchphrases and stuff like that. You know, little funny little catchphrases before she kill somebody, beat somebody up. But so she idolized that. She, as you can see, and so she just took the whole persona and just made it her own. So it's an interesting read. That Petey Petey is a must as soon as you finish watching the show. Right, it fills in a lot of gaps. But I think you're right, Alanis. You're right that going forward, it's all about Angela. Yeah. Because even in the next episode, we got to figure out how this love affair started. Right.
Yeah,
like how did he?
He said like what did he say? He knew that he loved her, and that like there was no time. But I mean like he knew that she was the one. Yeah. So I'm trying
because he doesn't work on this linear. Right. It's still kind of hard to explain. But
what I got from that promo was, I guess next episode they show her fighting off, I guess what I'm assuming is the 7th Cavalry, right? And you hear voiceover about the moment that you protect me, and he said something about you're
like I told you couldn't protect me, but
you're doing it anyway.
Yeah,
right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they show her like putting in work. Yeah.
So I think we might see her becoming like we'll probably see the origin of their love story, right? Mm-hmm. But we'll also see her becoming Sister Night too. I think we'll see more of that.
Right, because she had become that, right? She was still, because she wasn't Sister Night until after the White Night, right? Like that's when because they could wear the masks. So she was just like, I'm interested to see what type of cop she was before, because she was a cop over in Saigon. Correct?
I think so. I'm interested.
Right. She had a uniform on when they were sitting in the bar or whatever, and but I just want to see the meeting and the initial contact, because at that time Dr. Manhattan, I guess it was split on how residents of Vietnam felt about Dr. Manhattan. Like I mean, he had merch. Yeah. Like they was worshiping this dude, right? And then other people were just like, man, this is some garbage.
Yeah, I mean, cause if you see there's a picture where you see her, or there's
the
like
mural.
Part of
you're talking about the mural right, when her aunt died. Yeah, murderer.
Yeah, she's standing. Yeah, and it's Manhattan and the murderer right there. And he has devil horns painted on his thing. So
there's mixed opinions about him.
One way I read into that is
occupation.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes like America will come in and it's for a cause of freedom, but it's through war. And I can see how
it's Iraq, man.
I can see, I
can see how a country, a state. Now you belong to us.
Yeah, right. And I can see how the inhabitants of that country can view it either as you invaded our culture, right, and you're trying to put a Starbucks and a McDonald's here, which we saw, right? Burgers and borscht, which was hilarious. It's like, let's get your let's get the patriotism, and then let's get the communism mixed in, and that blend. Right. And then, the whole murderer thing, it's like, there's a culture there that's like, no, you guys use a god to invade our country. Right. And that's not fair. Like, I mean, literally, this dude, they show this dude like he had the ability to change the atoms in people's bodies and make them explode.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I mean, what other weapon do they need?
Yeah. We're pretty much
he just
the superpower of the world now.
Right.
Yeah. At least as far as they know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm interested. Like everything about Angela just stood out to me. Like the whole healing process. I'm like trying to figure out what's going on there with Lady True and
man
and what she's trying to do. Right.
It's. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Go ahead.
I feel like there's some good intention there, but then there's also this sentence. I think she's up to something. She's up to something.
Yeah, there's more than just I'm trying to save the world from the Klansmen. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah. Even in
Pedopedia, doing a lot of weird stuff.
Right.
Man.
Even in Pedopedia, they were saying that she provided new HD TVs to all the people in the tri-state area. I was like,
and the meteor that landed still had not been addressed.
Yeah,
when they first introduced her and the thing crashed, it was, that's me over there.
She bought the land right before it hit.
Yeah,
which she had
somebody
told her something's gonna land here.
How did she know?
Yeah, because there was she was imperative. It was imperative that she was counting them down. Like, you got about 30 seconds.
Right.
Let's take this baby as payment.
Right.
Because I got something coming.
Right.
But we still haven't figured out what
Right.
that is.
And poor the poor couple, they were so enamored with the
Yeah,
baby.
the
They crashed it like,
baby,
okay,
we got a baby.
we good.
But where they live?
And
you
she's
just
like-
gave him a baby.
she's like, I got this.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, and she went over her whole thing. And she's pretty brilliant, man. And all that stuff she was talking about, she had done before 30, and so she's. You say Angela, there's a lot going on with Angela, but I mean, there's so many other things in this episode. It's hard to believe that it was just an hour because there's that. There's my man.
King?
No, him too. But my man Looking Glass just sold up 5 Klansmen.
And where is he?
And took one of them masks. Apparently, he's got one of the masks.
So that's gonna be dope
Right.
because
So
he's infiltrating. He's like, I'm on a mission. I'm
because he knows that he
Right.
knows where they're at. He knows what they're doing, and so now he's like, I got to get some answers.
Right.
So now he's running around pretending to be a Klansman or somewhere. It's just so much.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. Then they used an elephant in the room.
Right.
Well, there's a ton of them. I mean, it's like a double entendre there. It's like there's a literal elephant in the room,
Right.
But there's so many questions to be answered yet, right? In the form of said elephant. It's so crazy. Where's Will at?
And that was my next question.
Where's he at?
Where is Will and what is he doing?
What is he doing? The elephant's in there.
Yeah. I don't know, man. My mind is going in so many directions, and I'm trying to. I took some notes.
Took notes.
So, the whole Angela scene.
Which
When-
one?
Well, sorry.
Where
I
she
apologize.
goes into the elephant?
No. So I'll get back to that.
Oh, when she's at the
But
globe?
when it's revealed that
Yeah.
Cal is
Right.
Dr. Manhattan,
Oh.
right, and she slams him with the hammer.
Wham.
The dialogue before struck me interesting.
Yeah,
and again,
it's like it's
I'm
over.
going into this space where I'm probably overthinking things.
No, you probably not.
Whenever she's talking to Cal, it's not loving. If you really go back to the episodes, it's not really.
No, it's not.
I mean,
I know what you're saying.
they make a point of showing them having a sex scene in a closet, which it makes me go. It makes me.
Dr. Manhattan just put in work. He put in work, and he put in some work.
That's
Right, of course.
He'll gladly do that.
Yeah.
Yes,
He'll gladly spill some coffee, and then won't put on no clothes.
I do
Just
find it
walk-
odd that it's in the closet. There's something there, like what's going on there?
Yeah.
I thought
it was.
I struck that as
it was
odd.
to keep the noise down. They had
keep it down
children.
for the kids. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably.
I don't know. But
It could be
I
something-
I
it could
agree.
be
I
more
think
than
there's
that.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's something odd, like
Skeletons.
right. Outside of like when White Knight happened, it's like where did that dude go?
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
did
I'm
they
saying.
have instructions
You're
like,
right.
hey, if something pop off, you gotta
Right.
you gotta bounce or you gotta disappear
Yeah,
or something.
but there was a second cavalry dude in there that they made you think that he let her go, right? Remember, like she put one of them down, and then she got laid down.
Right.
Remember, and then he was standing over, and then it just cut away. Cal's gone, and it just cut away.
So
And so
did Cal do something to the second cavalry dude?
I don't know. We don't know.
No,
They
well, the
never
second
really
cavalry
addressed
dude
it.
was about to drop her.
right,
right,
and then gone.
right. So
Hospital, Cal's gone, and Judd is chilling.
So
in the
maybe,
hospital.
like you said, maybe Cal
Yeah.
did something to that guy.
That's what I'm saying.
But
right? Like
I guess what I'm saying is what I'm trying to do is make a connection between Angela and Ozymandias. When Ozymandias, when she was slapping that dude with the hammer, I was like, she was treating Cal as like that's not her lover. This is like
Right.
this is a vessel, a
Yeah.
clone,
Right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
right.
Ozymandias, I mean, he's sending stuff to them. He's sending crooks and Crookshanks and whatever the names are. He's sending those clones to them. I'm calling them clones,
Yeah,
but
he fishes them out of the water.
right. He's sending them to the moon and using body parts and growing them, and there's an indifference there, and
Right.
it struck me. There was some
Eerily
similarity.
similar,
Yeah. Getting back to Will, who knows, man? Maybe Will's because I'm still what still is bothering me about Will, it's like, okay, yes, they established he's Hooded Justice, but he wasn't super powered.
Right.
I mean, he
he
fought with rage,
right?
But he's
he
drinking
wasn't
coffee,
swallowing hot coffee.
He's swallowing hot
putting
coffee,
his hands in boiling pots of
Right.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is he a clone used by Lady True to get Angela on this path? Because what the funny thing with Lady True is, every time she asks Angela a question that she wants to answer to, she looks at her with this kind of like, look,
All right,
stop effing with me right now.
Listen, you might have something there, because in the graphic novel it said that they found my man Hooded Justice washed up,
right,
in he's in the river face down or whatever,
right?
I mean, who's to say that she didn't recover that dude, or her fam didn't recover that dude, and they started harvesting memories. You know what I'm saying? And like you saying,
harvesting memories from the dude.
Yeah, because that's what she does.
From the original Will.
From the original that
Yes.
died. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
that could be that Will probably just some dude she created.
True.
Could be.
Yeah, and then I guess he's grown into what he
Like
is
the
now,
original one's dead, right?
Right.
But they still age, right? They
Right.
still, right? They still age normally.
Like
they,
the daughter.
Right. Yeah. So he probably took the
Right.
original Will.
The only thing that unravels I don't even know what theory I'm trying to come up with, but I do find it odd that there's these people that I can't put an explanation to, and all I can say is they must be clones or something. Because
they
they
put them out of water.
made a point to say that there's nobody superpowered on the show except for Dr. Manhattan.
That's right.
And and Will, it doesn't add up.
No.
It's like, well, they took us down the path like Will is definitely 100% Hooded Justice at this point. Right?
Yeah.
Like they can't
Right.
steer
But
us
he
away
hasn't
from
really
that.
done anything super other than gulp down some hot coffee.
But
And
Right?
put his hand
Yeah, he
in
put his hand in
like,
that.
can you put your hand in a boiling?
You could if it's a prosthetic. But yeah, I don't know.
True.
I don't know.
I mean, and he had that conversation, with Lady True. They had their whole dialogue
Yes.
there. So I'm wondering, just like she has,
Because he
her
stood up,
dialogue-
he
yeah.
stood up out of that wheelchair. Like he doesn't need that.
And he said, "My feet
He
are just
stood
fine."
up,
yeah,
walking around.
yeah. So just like she has her dialogues with her daughter, you
Right.
know? I mean, it
Which
could
is
be-
her mom.
right?
Right.
It could be the same thing,
Right.
So I'm with you on that.
I don't know where he is though.
Yeah. And I'm
Which
He wasn't in that room.
I'm trying to figure out how his thoughts, because he talked about betraying Angela
betraying
and all
Angela,
that. So
yeah.
where are these? I guess where are those feelings coming from? And
I don't sense
Yeah.
betrayal
Well-
in any form yet. I don't know where he's going with that.
well, when she took the nostalgia, that's it. So okay,
Light
so
bulb
okay,
moment.
okay, so like okay, they harvested the nostalgia all the way to Judd's death, which is very recent.
Right. They got the recent stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
Wow.
but they're not supposed to. It's banned.
Well,
So-
it's her stuff. She don't care.
I know, but I guess what
but
I'm
it's
saying,
part of the plan.
Yeah, it wasn't like oh, I got this bottle of memories here that's pointing to Hooded Justice days.
Yeah.
He has the extended edition.
Yeah, he said
You know-
it was part of the plan, but he didn't. But she even said like she wasn't supposed to take the whole thing.
Right.
She's supposed to just take. She wasn't supposed to gulp down the whole thing.
Right,
It's supposed to be
but-
this gradual thing.
But I guess what I'm saying is
even still,
that might be the portrayal, because they made a point of showing that Judd and her were very close. This dude was like at birthday parties. They're he's inviting them to stuff and showing that relationship. Now that we know who he is, it's like, wow. The thing that threw where you knew something was off about him is like, he's with the family, he's sniffing cocaine.
Yeah, that was.
It's
that's
almost
still
like-
odd.
Maybe I don't know if his hatred is so deep seated where he's like, I gotta take this cocaine to get by to hang with you black folks.
'cause they
you know what I'm saying? Like I found it odd that dude had to powder his nose
Yeah, that was strange.
during a family dinner. It's like, man,
That's another person that we haven't talked about. The wife.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was heavy.
I mean, because I thought she was joking at first when
Yeah.
she switched like that.
Yeah, because it was so funny because she did it. She said what we were all thinking. Wow, she gave that up quick. And she was like, "You didn't think I would confess that easily, would you?"
And the trouble with the trap door. That was a great.
Yeah. Because she was like, "What are you doing?" Yeah.
So I was like, get out, get off,
Get up, man. Well, you want to do something because usually Laurie is quick on the trigger,
Right.
And normally she would have punched her in the face or something. Like, "What are you doing?" She asked too many questions,
Right.
So she got caught off guard on that one, even though she pretty much let her know the jig is up. But still got caught off guard when she went on ahead and admitted, "Yeah, you're right. It's you figured it out." So at that point, you're supposed to stand up and get the cuffs out or whatever you're trying to do, whatever.
Right. Poor Petey, he's still at the murder scene.
Petey down at the murder scene, with one less mask,
Right.
And he can't report it.
He can't
they
do
gotta sit there and
nothing. He can't do
decompose,
nothing. They
and
just-
she's stuck.
right?
So
Petey.
yeah, maybe he'll dress up as Loop, man, and try to save her. I guess.
I don't
I don't know.
know.
Yeah.
So
But my man King broke it down there in the trap. Man, that's a bad. He's a terrible dude, man. I mean, you kind of knew he was shady from the jump. Like, I never thought he was on the level, but my God, man, this dude's terrible.
I mean, it's what we see, though. You know, what I mean,
that's true. That's
It's
true.
what
You
we
got to
see.
have that true. Like who? You want to think that he's the main antagonist now, based on what we've seen.
Yeah, because
But you get to thrown so many curves you don't know.
yeah, I mean,
But I'm and for my money, he's that.
he's had his hand in the game this whole time.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I mean, if his whole role is to become superpowered,
Right.
He's to become the blue man.
The blue man.
Because it's so hard to be a white man.
It's hard to be a white
You know
man
what I
in
mean? Like,
America.
if it's all, he's like he's been pulling all these strings, right? He has these ties to the master plan, from Vite apparently, allegedly, he has these ties to the clans of the 7th Cavalry, and he's been hatching this plan to find. So he's known that Dr. Manhattan is here, and he's had this plan to hatch this the whole time, and he's been acting like he's on the side of, the folks who are supposed to be protected, right?
That's how it works, though.
Yeah, just to kind of lull them to sleep, right? And to implement this policy that seemed like it was a great thing.
Let's
That is
protect
really
our
now,
popular-
that is really now gonna mess them up.
Right.
like when we realize what type of power they actually have.
Interesting.
I mean, that's what we're living in right now. I mean, look at politics. That's what it is.
There's
if you blindly follow these things, right?
Right.
I mean, that's
or don't educate yourself on them.
Right.
There's laws that are getting passed every day
right,
that are important,
right.
and they don't get news coverage, so people don't. And it's not the fault of the people. It's just it's amazing how. I know there's attack on the news, about fake news and blah blah blah. But the thing is, that's even subterfuge as well, because the news is so focused on
Everything else.
on the circus that the real insidious stuff that's happening.
Sleight of hand.
It's like, look at me,
Sleight of
I'm a
hand.
dance
Sleight of-
and
Right,
do
right.
the crazy stuff,
In the
and in the meantime they just passing laws,
Yep.
making more money.
Yep, passing laws or not passing laws.
Right.
And then, I mean, it's kind of like the whole thing we were talking about earlier. It's like we're rooting for this. We're actually rooting for these policies that are being put in place now. We're rooting for these police who are doing all these crazy things.
Right.
But you got to step back
Right.
and look at it, because, once you get too deep into it, now who's in power? Right.
Right.
Why they're in power. It's like they're put up this facade with these policies, to kind of placate you, while they're doing all this other stuff in the background. And Keen is,
And it's also King could also flip it and say, something, these guys have been in masks, and we have evidence that they've been, abusing
Right.
due
Yes.
process.
Right.
And I'm going to sit here and be the saint,
Yep.
Right.
and I'm going to shift
Going
it.
to-
Like
yes, we're
there's
going
so
to
many.
unmask these police,
Right.
and bring, some
Bring
semblance
justice.
of yes.
Yeah. Law and order.
There it is. Law and order.
Yeah.
There
Right.
it is.
yeah,
So-
it's
Blum, blum.
So, yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's a lot.
It's more than
It's a lot.
show. My
It's a
goodness.
lot, man.
So, like with the elephant, it's like the elephant in the room. I started thinking it's like
Trolling
there
us
is
with that
no,
one.
there's technically there is no will. There was a will,
Right.
but I was assuming the elephant in the room was Will in that room,
Yeah.
and she's getting fed there, like she said. You have me connected to a natural host. She has enough knowledge to know like this is what it's going to take to get her right. Mm-hmm. And that's why they had that whole scene about like, this is a process and we have to get
Yeah.
Exterminator to
Exactly.
make sure
That was dope. That was kind of dope how they did that.
right. But the fact that she finds an elephant was a joke. That was excellent writing. Like
Yeah.
that was like an audience joke almost.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
elephant, there's a literal elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this elephant, that's where she's getting the repair from. So
Right.
the thing is they have to explain the science with the elephant.
Exactly. They need to. Yeah. Like, did they put? I don't know what.
How is she getting specific memories
From
from
this-
Will?
right.
From this, yeah.
Unless,
Like,
she can. Oh yeah, they never forget.
Elephants never forget. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Unless the
she's
elephant is
implanted-
extracting,
Right.
it's the exterminator.
She's implanted-
So okay,
Right.
So the elephant is actually sucking up all the stuff that she ingested, all the memories that she's ingesting.
or the elephant holds holds certain memories, and those are the ones.
Well, she's trying to detox from
Right.
the nostalgia.
Right. She's
Right.
trying to get the wheel stuff out.
Yeah, but
Right.
I know elephants are symbols for memories, right? So,
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
They said
The
something about
fact that
Lady
she
True.
unplugged
They said something about Lady.
it's still in it's still in there. So she's a combination of Will and Angela Abar. If you
Right.
really think about it, that's crazy. Like, because they said you become like you're no longer you.
Right, you become that person becomes part of you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the true pharmaceutical, and I thought that was right. The
logo.
true pharmaceutical logo is an
It's an
elephant.
elephant. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
I didn't catch that.
I ain't either.
I'm a graphic designer. I
Because
didn't
the way
catch-
it looks,
It just
it's
looks like a T.
But then if you look at it, it's got the
horns off
yeah,
of
and
it.
the
Yeah.
tusks and stuff. And so
Okay.
of course.
But after the
So
elephant
after that,
reveal,
it
it was like
becomes
it's
real-
real.
yeah.
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 It's like
There you go.
very smart.
yes.
Yeah.
And there's a lot with those interactions. I mean, when she went up to dinner with Lady True,
Yeah.
did y'all peep the squid on the
Did I?
platters?
What?
Wow.
Yeah,
missed that.
And I was trying to figure that out. So that when she said, like you want something to eat or whatever, and
Right.
they went up, when the camera panned and they were sitting at that table, they had like all the food laying out there,
Uh-huh.
and they had little
The
squid,
little tiny
you know,
squid.
little,
Right.
like calamari or whatever, little squid laying out there on a platter.
Interesting.
So I'm
She
trying
could be
to
very
figure out how she's tied in to that now. I mean,
Right.
because she apparently has an abundance of squid just laying around. Like,
Well, again, she bought Vite Industries,
Right,
so
right,
she
right.
probably bought all the intellectual
Yeah.
Properties.
stuff.
She
So
can
I don't know
rain-
how
rain
she's
all
connected.
the stuff down when she
Yeah.
needs to, and
Yeah.
she didn't explain what the clock's supposed to do. That thing's supposed to go off any minute, right? The Millennium Clock.
yeah, is it a clock? I mean, what?
Yeah,
what-
we don't know what it is,
And
She
you got to
didn't
have
really get
all
into it.
metal. All metal has to be off of your body or something like that. They made some disclaimer.
That's crazy, man.
Let's talk about when she's doing her grandiose speech. I did this, I
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
she said, I failed at nostalgia. And I was
Yeah.
like, but no, you didn't.
Right.
You didn't. Because, well, what was interesting was she said, I would have thought if people revisit their past, and which I understood was, the mistakes of the past, they're learning
learn from
them,
your history
and then they become better people. But
Right.
apparently, people want to relive
The old stuff.
the old stuff
They wanna-
over
they
and
wanna-
over and over again.
Wanna
That
make
was,
America great again.
or there's a trauma that. Let me ask y'all I know you made the joke about the not necessarily a joke, kind of reality, but about make great America great again. But dare I say, I don't know, like with African Americans, like we're bound by this trauma from the past.
Right.
the folks sitting at this table right now, we didn't experience what our parents experienced.
Right.
And they didn't experience what they might have experienced some of what their parents
but
did.
not to that degree that they did.
Right. Do you think that was a loaded statement? Like everybody needs to kind of like figure out, okay, what's the poison and how can we move forward from it in order to heal together? I'm overthinking again. I'm going in that space, but it's not just for the white supremacists, I guess what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not saying we should forget and go, well, it didn't happen and you know, do some get out stuff. I'm not saying that, but
but what function would nostalgia have for somebody who wasn't in the majority or for somebody who wasn't winning?
True. Because people are still holding on to that nostalgia. I mean, that's the whole point of nostalgia. It's affinity for the past, and it's like,
because if you look at Will, right? I mean, like, did we see any
no
good
happy
memories?
No,
other than maybe a life with his family, but that was like turmoil. Really,
and getting that,
and he lost his family.
Or maybe when he got pinned as a pinned,
but even then that was kind of negative,
and that just becomes kind of the origin for what happened. So it explains why he is who he is, but it wasn't necessarily him going back to this was a happy time in my life.
Because can you select what you want? I mean, because I'm gonna need to have my pills labeled. I just need the good stuff. I don't want that bad stuff. Why would I want to relive that bad stuff?
Right.
And when you're coming from like certain people's perspective, a lot of it is more bad than not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, to your point, nostalgia don't seem like it's for everybody. And the way it was explained, it was that it was to help people with, like dementia or memory failure or, just things like that, or depression.
Right.
And they wanted to relive some happy moments. But what about that person that, can't really, everybody, no one's 100% has 100% negative memories or whatever, but there's going to be a good percentage of people who have a lot of stuff that they'd rather not, more so than the stuff that they've gone through, especially those who are, maybe lonely or just lost or whatever the case may be. They don't really want to go back to that. Right. So I mean, I don't know. You could read that failure in a bunch of ways. People, failure in the fact that they abused the drug as,
True.
It's a symbol.
But it seemed like the mission was, the goal of nostalgia was to make, I guess,
to go back and correct the wrongs.
No, not necessarily correct the wrongs. It was just like, I wanted to give people a chance to go back so they can become better people.
Right.
Like, learn from the trauma or learn from the pain or the mistakes and move on.
So
that's the way I interpret it. Get some closure. But she said people didn't want to do that. They wanted to just keep reliving the pain.
It's like she's trying to help from a position of privilege, right?
Exactly.
So, when we have, do-gooders, right, who say, I want to come in and help so-and-so fix something because this is a problem and I'm going to come in and help it.
Right.
It's all, and then when everything isn't fixed, right, they see that as a failure,
right? Because
they don't know everything that goes behind the issues like that they're trying to fix, right? It's kind of like the same thing, kind of how I see it. She's judging herself from a position of privilege, from a position of like, this should be fixed. There should be a quick fix on
right,
this.
right. And without, like you said, considering all the things.
But what's intriguing about her though is what's throwing me off is I don't know her motivation on why she would even go down that path. Because granted, she cloned her mom, that was established, but she's feeding the clone her mom's memories, and it's like, well, did you take nostalgia? Did she take it, and did she experience her mom's memories?
I think.
How does she know?
She said she harvested them before she passed. She harvested her mom's memories.
But I guess what I'm saying is like, she's giving this drug to folks, but she's not experiencing that herself. It's almost like she's, like you said, it's almost like it comes off as like a privileged kind of thing. She knows how the drug works, but she's not partaking, I guess.
No.
Yeah. I guess wá would she? Because she would be the pusher, man. I guess. I don't know.
You'll never get high.
Don't get off your own supply. Yeah.
10 crack commandments.
But you get what I'm saying. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Like there's something that's motivating her to do that, and it's coming. It seems like it's coming from a place of pain.
Oh yeah.
And that's not being
So and that makes me wonder again her motives for doing this, right? So if her mom witnessed Vietnam burning,
Right.
and
like
Dr. Manhattan burning Vietnam
right
during that time.
So is this coming from a place of revenge? Because she said she wants her dad to see this,
Right.
So like, is it coming from a place of revenge, right? And is she trying to save Dr. Manhattan, really, or is she trying to save him for herself?
I don't know. And then I don't know if she's I think she knows that Cal is hold on. She doesn't know. I think she's trying to find out because, like, when Angela goes into the memory where her parents get blown up, she's like, no. Like, it's like she's trying to find out. It's almost like, I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some information from you. Oh, what happened here? What made you fall on the ground?
Yeah.
What memory did you just have? And Angela's like, I ain't telling you nothing.
Right. She made up some stuff.
Yeah, she's like my and that's always been Angela's MO.
Yeah,
I'm not going to show vulnerability. I don't share
ever.
Yeah. Which is I don't want to say it's a dope character, but for her character, it fits. It fits. Yeah.
Man, Landis, you got a good point in that. Who is she targeting with
Right.
being Lady True? Because she would have every reason in the world to be resentful at Dr. Manhattan. So I don't know, man. This might be.
Is she trying to help to try to find the answer?
Yeah, because when
She
was
knows
talking,
that it's on Earth.
When she was talking about Dr. Manhattan in the room with the globe, where
Right.
she was talking about, I put these things everywhere. These people think they're talking to Dr. Manhattan, and guess what? Dr. Manhattan don't care. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't care. Those prayers aren't being answered because he don't care.
Right.
There was a bit of resentment and anger there, man.
Right.
So I'm wondering if she the one that has it in for Dr. Manhattan,
Right.
and is she orchestrating this to the point where she's kind of, I don't know if she's letting the cavalry do what they need to do to you know what I'm saying, to get, because everybody's after him apparently, and as far as the cavalry is concerned. But how much of that is of what the cavalry is doing is she leveraging to be able to exact revenge on Dr. Manhattan? Because I could see that. I could see her being upset, and like you're saying, she's seeing the village, right? And she's getting these memories from her, because she doesn't have those memories, right? Like she doesn't have them, right? Her mom has them, so she's getting them and learning, I guess, from her.
But I'm connecting
from her
the
mom,
dots.
and she's telling the dreams to her and getting this information.
But connecting the dots, going back to the black guy during that support group when they were talking about the survivors of the
the psychic blast,
the psychic blast
trauma,
and he made a point to say, even though I wasn't around when this happened, I was born after it. I carried her pain.
Right.
Yeah.
So
resentful, man.
I wonder if Lady True is experiencing that kind of pain, and it's because she had to get that from her mom.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's almost like it's weird to like have her mom as a
baby.
a smaller girl, and she's feeding memories through IV.
Yeah.
And her daughter / mom, which is weird,
It's crazy.
is waking up saying, "Mom, my feet hurt. I feel like I'm burning, and I see these horrible visions. It's unsettling." And she's very calm about the whole
go back to
situation.
bed. Go back to bed.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm almost trying to figure out, how much were they trying to keep Angela there, and then when Scare and
Pyrogenic.
Yeah, Pyrogenic.
when Scare and Pyrogenic when they were trying to keep her there, right? Like, what were they doing? What
Yes.
what was their basis?
Why
for
were they
trying to keep
staking
her?
out there?
Why were they
Yeah.
there?
So and they were like, she can't leave. So yeah, she was saying she was trying to save the world, but how much did Lady True know about what Angela knew, and did she know that she was protecting Dr. Manhattan? Right.
Right.
Because she knows the time when they're going to come after Dr. Manhattan apparently. Did she want that? Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I believe.
I don't know what's happening
Dr.
there.
Manhattan.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Yeah, that left me confused. And again, that just might be I might be on a wild goose chase here.
Yeah, well,
right?
everybody's on that.
I mean, that's
Everybody's
I
on
don't
that.
know. I don't know.
My mouth was open the whole time.
Yes.
I was just sitting there just going like, wow. Like, man, you had a thought about the prayers as well from like a Christian standpoint. Like,
Yeah,
what were your thoughts on that?
Well, see, that's the thing, because when it was resentment, the same kind of resentment that people tend to direct towards God, right, when they feel as if their prayers aren't being answered. It almost was reminiscent of the same types of things that you hear. You know, why is all this going on? I'm praying and he doesn't hear me and he doesn't care. You know, when the things don't work out the way
You want them to work out.
you want them to work out, you know. And Dr. Manhattan is that kind of dude. It's like, you know, we're all puppets. I can just see the strings, right? That's what he's saying. It's like he's not in a position to do anything. And she made that known to her. She's like, Dr. Manhattan ain't this God that everybody acts like, right? Like he's just, for all intents and purposes, a murderer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People have said that about God before too. You know what I'm saying? They'll go back and look at some Old Testament stuff and like, he just be indiscriminately killing. You know what I'm saying? But without understanding, you know, the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament, and how the New Testament is you know, it's just a way to better reveal and help you understand how stuff was written in a perspective. You know what I'm saying? Before the resurrection, you know, it gets real deep. But I found that interesting because I promise it just echoed the same thing that you hear those who struggle in their faith, or even if they're not, you know, it's something that if they're not believers, it's something that they use to debunk the whole thought of Christ, right? You know, it's the kind of same thing. So she was very resentful and angry, and so kind of makes me feel more and more that she's got it in for Dr. Manhattan. She has the resources to I mean, because and that's why I just really feel like she's trying to get why she worships Veidt so much, because he was the only one to manipulate that dude into leaving, you know what I'm saying? This powerful being. And, you know, I almost feel like, I don't know, I think she's harvesting that dude's brain. I don't know. But like I said, I'm chasing geese too. You know,
harvesting
Ozymandias. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where's he? This trial, let's talk about this trial. That's another thing. That was weird, man. It's like they did all that and had a trial, and it's a F it. Let's just bring the pigs in.
Right.
What? I don't understand the significance of that.
Who is the game warden?
Who is the game warden?
It's Crookshanks.
No, it ain't. He's a different guy.
Yeah.
No, it's the same. It's
That's
Phillips.
not the same
Sorry,
dude.
Phillips.
I thought it was a different dude.
It's not the same dude, bro.
Because he
doesn't look the same.
Mustache and
he
all
don't
that?
look the same. He don't look like the rest of them dudes, man. Are you sure?
I think so.
He just got a little Hitler mustache.
Yeah. I mean, he's different, and it's like he has some authorization.
Yeah,
from
man.
somewhere
He's
else
not.
to-
Yeah, he's not like walking around here
Yeah,
at the.
Now you said something that made me think. Like, what if she's harvesting Ozymandias memories?
That's what
like,
I'm
some
thinking.
Kind of way?
Right. That's what I'm thinking. Because I mean, how else? If you got it in for Dr. Manhattan, who better to go?
Like, what
to?
if he's in the statue?
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm saying. He's chilling in there. They don't.
Again, we're looking at time, because you know they say that whole storyline, right, is
Was that what landed?
It's kind of on a different time length, right?
Or in his mind.
The meteor?
It could be in his mind.
Yeah,
She's probably just, you know.
It might be because if you notice, I mean, when they went from the end of that trial to the to his tier,
Yes.
right? They went
right to that statue.
Right.
She harvesting that dude,
so it's almost
man.
like that statue was like the end of him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's where he is.
And that's where he's at.
Like he's stuck.
Right.
Yeah. And always will be.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a wrap. And I'm going to get these memories or whatever I need to do.
Because what they said is he magically disappeared after she bought.
Yeah.
And so I mean
and all that stuff we're looking at that's going on probably happened.
Yeah,
you know.
So
and it was confirmed that, and that was the other thing too. It was confirmed that when he supposedly tethered to a moon, which I'm starting to think about the mind thing because it's like the way he's
1 minute there, and
1 minute, and then he's in this space, and then
right,
you know, it like some, I don't know, like some out of a Terry Gilliam film or something.
Crazy.
Yeah, but he was. They said that was a moon of Jupiter.
That's what they said.
Yeah, Jupiter's moon. Yeah,
Right. Which I thought was Mars. Like
it's hard to.
So now so the answers that we got was okay. Dr. Manhattan wasn't on Mars at all.
Right.
No.
That was just, and even that,
right.
what's being fed to the public is
Right.
Dr. Manhattan's on Mars.
No,
Dr. Manhattan been chilling right here.
Chilling.
Right. Now, and even with Angela, there was points in the episode where she's like, when she's talking to Will, she's like, Dr. Manhattan's on Mars. And when she goes to, you think about that conversation again.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, he was trying to convince her that he was Dr. Manhattan. Knowing what we know now.
But that's her trying to throw some old man she met randomly off the trail.
But the way he was talking to her, it was kind of like you believe that she was believing.
Because he even said, he was like, how come, why couldn't he hide as a human?
But she was so cold in her, like, she played poker with that.
Yeah.
Or she played poker, but at the same time, she could be thinking, oh, this dude knows.
Right, but she got but you got to continue. Yeah.
But the fact that he said, I mean, I could be, and then she knows that he knows.
Right.
She knows.
And how do you know?
Right.
That's
why I got to get this dude.
Yeah, so I'm. So
that's why that tension between her and Lady True, whenever they talk, she's just like, I don't trust you.
Nope.
I ain't gonna tell you whatever.
No, nothing.
And when they're going back and forth, and she's like, I know Vietnamese too. So I can talk your language too.
And also Lori, the tension between her and Lori, man. I mean, like between Angela and Lori, like how much
naturally
that's just two type A's right there. Right?
Well,
no.
Lori had a relationship with Dr. Manhattan.
Lori
that's
throws
true.
a lot. She throws a lot of
true.
shade.
That's true.
At Angela.
That's true.
She also
that's
makes
true.
a lot of comments about how hot Cal is.
She sure
right.
A lot, and all the time.
There's some type of relationship.
That's correct.
How much does Lori know?
That's correct.
I don't think Lori knows because Keen was like, yeah, I got something for you. Yeah, you gonna like this.
Yeah, so
she was like, I don't care. Yeah, because she's a nihilist at this point.
Right.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, because she was in the booth talking to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In the booth talking to nobody.
That's true.
Right.
So maybe it was just this kind of natural connection that she felt with Kyle then or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the dude is an attractive guy.
Yeah.
So I could see her.
But I imagine somebody like Dr. Manhattan can put off a hell of a pheromone, though.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like something ain't right. I strangely like this dude.
But Lori
Manhattan.
has always been kind of a sexual creature anyway. I mean,
she don't discriminate.
She hooked up with Petey, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm in Tulsa and I'm bored.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Whoever's available.
Right. But I need an answer to Lou, man, because that was.
I don't understand.
I don't even know if we're gonna get an answer to it.
Lou man is gonna foil everything. He gonna be that dude. He gonna stop it all.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Right. Yeah, but I don't know if Lori really knows. Because she thinks he's on Mars too, because she went in the booth
and then the car and all that.
Right.
So I mean, but she feels something. She has to.
Right.
She has to.
See, that's even more questions. So why did that happen? Why they make a point of showing the car crash?
That was some true Lady True stuff, right?
Maybe, that was Lady True.
Lady True dropping cars.
So it's like to keep her, I guess, to keep her under the assumption that he was out there
you
somewhere
need
listening.
It. Right. Because if you remember, she listened. She said, you wouldn't believe what these people asked for. She listened to that conversation.
Yeah.
At the little club. Remember, Angela was in there listening to all them folks talking.
This is crazy, man, because
look at that.
Because Keen got her to Tulsa. He ordered her to go to Tulsa.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. It's all connected.
All in the
plan, man.
Right.
So So what is the connection?
Man, don't let
between-
Lady True be part of Cyclops
that's
too.
what I'm
It's
saying.
just
I'm saying,
like,
so
oh,
what's
that
the
was
connection? I was going
snap.
to say,
Why
what's
would-
the connection between Keen
and Lady
and
True.
Lady True?
Gotta be
Is there one?
right.
Like, I'm definitely down with Vite being her dad now, because I mean, she's
that's
like,
what I think.
She's like, he will see. You know,
That's what
like,
I think.
Yeah, so I'm down with that. We might
Even
be proving wrong next
imagery, they made a point of showing when they
when
did the transition with her
from
eyes.
into the courtroom.
Yeah, I was like,
From Angela to the
week.
courtroom. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm. There's a lot, man. It's
And-
2 more episodes. I don't.
Yeah.
are they trying to say? Because see, whenever she has a memory, it gets mixed, right? Like you get a combination of hers and you get a combination of Will.
Yes.
When that transition happened,
Yeah.
was she still hooked up to the
Yeah,
the
she
stuff?
was still talking to the. Yeah, she was still talking to.
But you get what I'm saying?
Beyond? She was
Yes.
still
Yeah,
talking
I think
Beyond.
Right. And she was like, Angela, where are you going? Because
Yeah.
yeah,
Courtroom. Yeah.
right.
It's
so
unraveling. We
getting
put
close.
it together. We put it together.
So
in
much.
here. We putting it together.
so much.
Yes.
I don't think that dude's in space now. The more
Who's
we're
that?
talking,
Who?
Yeah,
Ozymandias. I don't even
No,
think he's in space.
no,
No, I
he's
think
right
he's
there in
chilling. I
that
think he's
statue.
chilling. Yeah, I think he's there getting his memories
Like you
harvested.
said, because
That's the
how
dad.
do you take that expression that he had at the end of that trial,
Right.
and put it right there?
Because
on
he
the statue?
cried. I was
Yeah.
like, that was the first time he really showed
Right.
emotion.
They
like-
said guilty, done.
Right.
and he was right there.
Yep.
But he's probably relived that over and over again. He's probably done the save me, get me out of here kind of thing. And this is probably just re-looping. Like,
Man,
if they go back,
Is that
if
what?
they
Is that was he the meteor then?
right.
That's what crashed. She went on
that's
there
a-
and picked
I don't
up
know.
Ozymandias. Let me go get that and put it up in the house.
yeah. I mean, it's
You know what
quite
I'm saying?
possible.
Yeah, absolutely,
but
absolutely.
where would he have come from?
Doesn't
though?
matter. From somewhere.
From the moon of Jupiter.
Yeah.
that was his punishment.
There you go. Get on out of there.
I don't
Death.
know. I don't know.
And put him in that good Han Solo carbonite and send him on down.
Send down like Superman.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And Lori made a point. It was like, why is he so old? Like, she did
That's not
say,
what
like,
she's
she's like,
getting-
it looks
that's not-
terrible.
yeah.
It looks horrible. It's garbage.
He's been through all kind of hell. You know what I'm saying? 4 years of that mess.
Wow.
And Lori didn't like Ozymandias for good reason. I mean, she wasn't on. She wasn't
on board.
She
with
didn't
that
like
3
his
million
plan.
Killing. No,
Yeah.
wasn't on that.
Right.
Wow.
That's why she's an out. She's like, it doesn't matter. I don't
I don't
care.
care.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's whatever.
And I love the way she talked to Kane. She's like, stop
Yeah,
monologuing.
man, whatever,
like,
man. I don't got time for that long antagonist
Right.
monologue. My master plan, mustache twirl.
Right.
Nah, I get cut to the chase.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And he
You gonna
did.
kill me away, right? Blue Man Group, baby. That's what he talking about. He trying to start the new Blue Man Group.
Man, what are the ramifications of that if the 7th Cavalry becomes Dr. Manhattan's? That's nuts.
Yeah, it's kind of like the president.
My,
I mean, it's an all. I mean, there's no end to the power that they have.
Yes.
I mean, look at the Republican Party. It's just
Yeah,
like
it's just-
nobody is. It's like 100% like, yeah,
We down for it.
yeah.
Whatever. Morals, nah.
Yeah.
There's
Might
like
need to
no
keep
matter
this
how-
there's like
pushing
maybe
job
one or
and
two
this
people.
Great healthcare.
There's one or two people that are like, yeah, something is crazy here.
Them be
that
the
I-
ones that's about to retire.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm
Yeah.
done running. I'm out. So now I'll talk about him now. Like, but if you need to keep that seat,
Right.
And that's the
Stay
thing.
down with him.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I struggle with this whole. Sorry, we're getting into politics.
I know, but it's a political show.
But I mean, that's the thing that I find very surreal that nobody's questioning on that side. Like, yeah, it does seem like, okay, yeah, well, there's one. Of course, this group is going to try to impeach him, but it's like, but the evidence. I mean, you had people that are on.
don't care about evidence. Don't care about evidence.
And again,
But that's what's surreal, though. It's like it's almost like there's a meeting and they just go, you know something, we just gonna double down.
so
double down.
so why? right?
Right.
And so go back to what we were talking about earlier,
Right.
About look at what Keen's doing, right?
Right.
Keen empowered this group of people over here,
Right.
and everybody's like rah rah, yes, like this is good, and
Right.
it's good for our. It's good for our for our elections as well, because
Right.
now our people are going to be looking and saying, hey, these folks are doing what they need to be doing, right? And we're prospering, right?
Right.
And they have this whole circus going on over here. While he's doing all that, or while they're doing all that, he's got the Blue Man Group coming up over here, right? Like building teleportation devices, testing all this stuff, and nobody's paying attention to that, right? So again, what's happening behind the scenes? This whole impeachment thing is going on. That's cool.
It's a distraction.
Right. But what's going on now?
Right.
It's a distraction.
Right.
So. And
does Pedopedia talk about Panda like? You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the only thing that ain't nobody talked about. Maybe that's just the mask he chose.
Black and white.
Yeah, but that's the only thing we surmised. It was just another.
But there was some importance because he asked. He said, like when they were voting on the gun.
Yeah,
thing.
He was like, this is not a good thing.
He said, okay,
y'all don't need to do this.
Right.
You don't need to do this.
That's. It feels like every scene is important. Like,
right. Every scene.
When you look back, or like if something gets revealed, you're like, but this scene right here, how does that?
Yeah. How does
that
Yeah.
link
What is
up?
the significance of that dude being control over the gun usage?
Right.
And gun distribution
and how will that play in the? I can't wait for next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, dude, this needs to be on like a streaming service. Yeah, because I would have binged this whole thing in a day. One day.
I'm kind of glad I'm kind of glad that it's not set up in a way to binge all of it. Yeah. Like I think the people that
I mean, there's a benefit.
I honestly
Water
think
talk is always good.
No, but I think if you binge it,
talk about it.
Well, no, I think if you binge it all at once, it's too thick.
Yeah,
it's like
it's heavy, but
it's
still, because you do need a little bit to. Sometimes you got to sit around with the homies and talk about it.
It creates a dialogue.
Yeah,
right. It really, I think
it would go away too quick.
Yeah,
the conversations would go away too fast.
True. And really, again, kind of looking at those issues where it's like we're rooting for folks, but should we be like, would we really think about that? Or would we just say, oh, it happened? Like, it just go away.
Yeah, on our side, when you're winning, you don't care. Right, and
it's funny because that's what was happening at the beginning. We're like, you're on tonight, and we're like,
grab them white supremacists, no due process, jacking them up, slapping them in the trunk,
and then you're like, wait,
that ain't right. Wait a minute. See, man, this goes back to the conversation I had with my homies, and we disagreed, but black people have witnessed a ton of injustice, right? Like, let's not be naive, obviously, but. It's human nature to be predisposed with self-preservation, right? And so I've always felt that if the tables were turned, I don't 100% believe that we'd be much better. Like when you're in a position of power, you're gonna do what you're gonna do to maintain it, because human beings are just that. And so we're witnessing we're having that kind of mirror turned at ourselves to see now granted, not as a whole. I'm not going to say that everybody there would be some good, right? But the majority of us, right? Like, we gonna ride with this privilege as much as we can. We gonna ride with it if we got it, because we do it within our own community. You see what I'm saying? Like we're there, like at this table. The three right here at this table, we know that we're in a better situation than others, right? And of course, there's some that are in a better position than we are. We're not trying to get that up. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make sure that we do whatever we can to provide for our families. Right. But the difference is, how much are you willing to serve those and have a measure of perspective? Yes. Right. And the truth of the matter is, there ain't that many of us like that. Because sometimes I fall short, on the service perspective. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So We're getting a taste of that. Like we rooting, like you said, we rooting for to get them.
Yeah, but
and then like you said, we were like, oh, wait a minute, wait, and you start
Because
looking inward. You're like, oh, we feel like we're justified in this.
Well, and that's what made the
we got Redfordations.
Right.
We finna just.
well, that's what made the Will Reeves episode so powerful. Is because
we were happy that he burnt down the Klan building.
we connected with him collectively as a people.
Right,
we were like, I understand why he did that.
Right.
He had no choice, but it's
Right.
like he did have a choice.
Kind
it just
of.
sucks. It just sucks to make that choice to go.
Right.
I'm gonna
just gonna
sit
suck
back.
it up and take it.
I'm gonna sit back and just
Because
suffer.
if he did that, death was quite possibly a reality.
Correct.
I mean, they cut him down. You know,
Right.
they cut him. They gave him a break. He was like, oh, "No, this ain't gonna happen no more."
Yeah.
No,
Right.
they will not string me up again.
Right.
And so this is what I'm gonna do. At this point, he is fighting for his life, and a lot of times that decisions are made based on that very precept, right? Like people out here in the streets thinking, if I don't do this, irrespective of right or wrong, I'm not gonna survive.
Right.
So I'm gonna rob, I'm gonna kill, I'm gonna do whatever
Sell
I need
drugs.
to do. I'm gonna sell dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like it, but I'm not in a position right now. My position right now is one such. It's such that I have to do this, and I don't have an alternative.
Right.
And that's why it's important for people to have opportunity and have something that they can look to as an alternative. Because if they don't, they're gonna do what they need to do, and that's just human. That's just
And there's success stories like with basketball players and stuff, but when you look at it globally, it's like there's still
for every one of those is 1,000 that ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's like there ain't that many.
And it's sad. It's like that's the only because they were at such a point in poverty that basketball was the only answer.
Yeah. Back in your granddaddy and your daddy's day, it was boxing, right? To
Right.
get out of the hood.
Right.
Now it's like who got a crossover, who can run a 4-3, who, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I don't care about learning. You know what I'm saying? Can barely read, but they got a crossover for you. You see what I'm saying? But and nothing else matters.
You
see what I'm saying?
You said that boxing literally beating the crap out of each other.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
To get to the next level.
Yeah.
All physical.
Yeah.
Yeah, no educational.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like we didn't talk about like, hey, this person really read a book and made it far. No, that's happening.
Yes.
You know.
But that don't make no, you know what I'm saying? And what's
even
sad
then-
is the reality of you making it like that, the odds are 100 times better doing that. But they want to
Is
show
it?
you
Like
than being a professional athlete.
well, I guess what I'm saying is
Absolutely.
like if you wanted to go to the best schools, like
Go to the best schools.
Right.
Enter these professions. And
right.
then
But yeah, you're
success,
right.
But
You're
success
right.
is relative, right?
Right, you're
Like
right.
in my mind, a person's perspective of success in many instances can be, I just don't want to have to break the law to live.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's perspective.
Correct.
Some people think success is I need to get a multi-million-dollar contract in this league.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But
Nothing
it's just-
and
it's
nothing
relative.
and I want to make clear there's nothing wrong with having
Nothing
those
wrong
dreams.
with it. Nothing.
Right.
But when it's the only
Right.
ticket out
Right.
of the hood, there's
That's what
globally it needs to be examined.
And that was the basis of this conversation, right? Will Reeves had one option. I'm gonna put on this mask and I'm gonna put in this work.
Right.
This is all I can do in order for me to get first of all to live. I can't be a cop and do my job and live because if they say if I don't stay out of white folks' business, they not cutting me down next time. And
And
you
I
gotta
had a
believe
team. I had a team of supporters that were white
Right.
folks.
Yep.
and
And
they
then
didn't care.
you say they've proven to me. Now I can't trust them. I'm solo doloing it out here.
Right.
And that's where you get, I got to get mine mentality. Forget what everybody else is talking about. Self-preservation.
Right.
And that's a reality.
I mean, we're all
in
as
real
human-
life.
Yeah, as
You know what
human
I'm saying?
beings, we're all
Right.
hedonists. We're searching for comfort and pleasure.
Yeah.
Like if you really break it down.
Yeah.
If you go hungry, I'm gonna get something to eat.
Yep.
I want to feel good.
Right.
Whatever that means.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Dope or gambling or
video
drinking,
games.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I had a stressful day. I want to feel good.
I'm going to do it.
Right.
Yeah, man. So,
Right.
man, you think, man.
And do you want to touch on that article that you were reading about
My man, and it's a quote, you've heard it a bunch of times. What is it? It's something along the lines of equality feels like oppression to the privileged, or something like that. So if you've been privileged,
Right.
when you witness equality, it feels like oppression because now you're getting things you're having to share.
Yeah, that was mine.
You know what I'm saying? When you grew
what
up,
Joe Keane said.
Yeah.
Extremely hard to be a white man in America right now.
Because now everybody it seems to be getting in on whatever it is, right? Like
Right.
when you were growing up, man, when you were in the house, like for me, like I grew up an only child. I ain't had to
child
share.
game.
I ain't had to share.
Right.
I had to share. Everything at the house was mine. And then you go to kindergarten. And now you got little man, he want to play with the Batman too.
Right.
And so now you got to learn. It's like before you felt like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand this.
Right.
And there's now equality is being introduced. And now you got to learn, like, it ain't about me all the time.
Right.
But when you're accustomed to something, when you're accustomed to people moving out of your way, when you're accustomed to people letting you have your way all the time, when somebody, schools you on the fact that, well, it ain't all about you, then you have a problem. But they misinterpret that as oppression. It's not oppression. It's equality. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the issue. And that's what my man Keane is saying, and that's what a lot of people are experiencing today. Yeah. Like, man,
and want to keep that,
and they want to go back and make America great again. Where you could call somebody a coon or whatever it was, and they wasn't gonna do nothing.
Right.
But now you get called out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I
now
mean, we got barbecue Becky's and
now you get called out. Now you mad because I'm at your school. You mad because I'm in your neighborhood. You mad because I used to be able to live in this neighborhood and none of y'all were here.
Right.
But now I'm in here, but I can't live here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's ridiculous when you think about it. But that's the bubble they grew up in.
Right.
So you can't really. You want to fault them and judge them on that, but they don't know anything else. So now they have
not
to be
willing
educated.
to be open,
right? And now they're at an age now where trying to convert and proselytize that doctrine. Forget it; it ain't gonna happen. So we want to make America great again, and we'll vote and we'll vote for Trump, and we're gonna ride with it, even if we know he's the worst person ever.
Yeah, and we're
gonna ride with it.
We're getting past. I mean, people are we're trying to get past that equality to the equity piece, right? Where, where there is really like a fair share of having everything. And I do some work in this space. And that is tough work.
Yeah.
I mean, like, even with things, I mean, in areas that you wouldn't think.
Yes.
And I'm not going to say what areas
right.
But I mean, it's just in areas that you wouldn't think. People protect their space.
Yeah.
When they have something, they protect it. And they will do anything to protect it.
Right.
They will go to any means to protect it. Even if it means, they will get close to you, but even if it means, undercutting folks, they're going to do it.
Oh yeah. We
like
see it all the time.
It's human nature.
Yes, it is.
And I think that's what this show is showing us.
Right.
And I've experienced it too. Like in my career, I've seen people be very protective of their and it's like there's plenty of money to be made.
Yeah, man.
There's plenty of.
It don't even be money all the time.
It's business or relationships.
The art space,
right?
Oh my goodness! Like with creatives, I mean, there is a certain type of esteemed art,
right?
And then there's everything else.
Right.
So when you see folks who aren't normally getting pieces of the pie,
right,
who aren't normally getting like these grants, right, who
right,
aren't normally getting the jobs, the contracts, who aren't getting the responses to the RFPs and everything,
right,
then the old guard is looking at it like, well, what is going on here? We got to change something.
Right.
We wanted equality.
Right.
We wanted
Right.
equity, but nah.
No, not
this ain't
in
it.
my experience.
Right.
Not in my
That's in
NIMBY.
it.
What is it? NIMBY. Not in
Yeah.
my backyard.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
Not if it's gonna take away from what I got.
That's right.
You know.
That is
Right.
right.
And that's
Independent of race again. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
Like,
not even a racial thing.
Right.
Like I said, we do
Right.
that within our own community.
yes.
Crabs in a bucket.
Yes.
right.
In a barrel or whatever it is. Whatever
Yes.
the apparatus is holding the crab.
It's amazing that we can talk openly about this based on what you would consider a geek show.
Right.
Right. And again, and that's what got me into this, man. Like
Right.
the stories behind that. I didn't grow up reading comic books. You know what I'm saying? I went out and bought the Watchmen graphic novel after this came up. You know what
Word,
I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like even with Black Lightning, you know, the story there was, you know, the social story behind it,
Right.
the societal story behind it.
Yes.
You know, the comic books that I was into, or the comics that I was into, like, you know, like the Batman, like X-Men, you know, like there was always something behind it.
Yes.
that got me into it.
Yeah,
you know?
Professor X and,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Basket.
yeah, Malcolm,
That allegory there.
Yeah, yeah. So it's always that, you know. But I mean, but Watchmen is really doing that right now, and it's making people talk about it. Well, it's opening up the door for people to talk about it. There are some people who are still
They're not
uncomfortable.
going to, if they don't, they've already made up their mind. They don't talk about it.
Yeah.
This ain't my
Yeah, I
watch.
need to listen to I need to listen to other podcasts because I'm curious if, and I'm not trying to pump our podcast up.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I am.
Pump it.
Y'all got a good
Yeah.
podcast.
but I guess but seriously, like all jokes aside, like I seriously want to find out if other discussions are being had. Like there are points that are being made directly to the audience. Like this is an issue, guys.
Right.
And I'm wondering if
To ignore it would be foolish.
Can-
Like
can I-
it'd be completely just
right.
ridiculous.
And I'm wondering if somebody's like, "Ooh, you see the squid in the plate?" And
right,
like,
right. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
But
like I.
what
Like,
about
is
that?
that the
what
whole
about that
podcast?
generational trauma? What
Right.
about that?
Well, can I mention two?
Yes.
on here
Yeah.
that I know.
Right.
You know. All right. So there's one called The Nod, right? And both of these aren't Watchmen podcasts. But they have episodes about them.
Right.
So The Nod has a good
The
one.
Nod?
The Nod.
Okay.
That's their most recent one.
Right.
You know, two African American folks.
Cool.
Then Still Processing, which is with the New York Times. They actually did one that was about Watchmen and Parasite together. And I don't know if y'all saw that film Parasite.
I think
It's
No, I
great.
keep hearing
It's-
about
it's-
it.
it's- If you're in Nashville, it's at the Belcourt. You know,
Okay.
so go check that out.
What is Parasite? It's hard to describe.
It's just an amazing.
Is it still there?
It's amazing film. I think it's still there.
Okay, I
think it's
gotta
still there.
rush out and see it. I keep hearing that.
Yeah,
You're the
I
second
need-
person that brought that up.
Right.
I need to get some brownie. I'm on the board at the Belcourt. So
Okay.
Oh,
yeah. So
there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
There's my
Right.
my plug.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
go
yeah.
see Parasite. I think it's still there.
Okay.
But I went to go see it last Friday, and I mean it is amazing. But it's about class.
Okay.
It's about class at the end of the day. So, yeah, there were some very good conversations about.
Yeah, give us those links to those
Yeah.
podcasts,
Yeah.
or I'll try to find them
Yeah.
and add them. I mean, the thing
Yeah.
is, again, like sharing the wealth. Like
Yeah.
these conversations need to be had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very good conversations about that, man. And
Right.
I think that is again that's what's open. I really haven't listened to any. I'm going to listen to the official podcast. You know.
Oh yeah, it's,
Official
it's,
ones
the
heavy.
official
That's
ones.
good.
Yeah.
Because Lindelof is on there dropping that heat, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Thoughtful dude.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot to be talked about. It's just a matter of
Right.
getting into it. You know?
I wish they would do the reverse and like once the show is over, like adapt it to a comic. Like I'm throwing it out there to DC.
Yeah. Go by it. Make it.
Yes.
Hey, so yeah, it's
Bind that thing up.
Right.
it sounds like a passion project for you, and to just
Yeah.
you might need to talk to some folks at DC. You know,
Man, we'll see. I don't know.
I don't know.
I wish I could draw that dope. You
I,
know.
would say, I know somebody who's pretty talented. You know,
Right.
and can do that.
Right.
You know, sitting across from me, but
Right.
but yeah. So
Yeah. Man, what a show.
Man,
Wow.
appointment viewing, bro.
wow.
Like, I don't, like, it comes on at 8, and my kids, I'm like, y'all leave.
Gotta go.
Don't keep coming in here and
Good, 'cause this
and-
is
and
adult.
make it, right? This is ridiculous. And it takes me 3 hours to watch a 1 hour show if you keep coming in here. and I got to keep stopping it. And they know what I'm doing too. Watchmen's on. They be trying to see. They always want to see what they know they're not supposed to be looking at.
Right.
I'll be watching this. I'll be watching Titans. They want to come in there. Like, no, it's not for kids. Come back when Black Lightning's on. or the Mandalorian, where it's safe,
Right? Yeah.
for the kid, Baby Yodas and such.
Disney
with
Plus.
kid, right? But you cannot come in here. But it's appointment viewing. There have been shows. Well, I would say most HBO stuff. I don't wait.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that you can't binge it. And I mean, of course, you can watch it whenever you want. Like if you DVRing it, but I don't.
It's
I
the quality.
prefer not
It's
to
quality
do it.
of content.
Yeah.
Like
I
Insecure, it's like I'll watch
Yeah, I'll
that when it
catch
comes
it. I'll
out.
catch
Yeah.
it.
It's the conversation,
Right.
Because it's water cooler, right?
Yeah.
and you're going to be having these
and
conversations.
to get that in the binging,
Yeah.
streaming day and age, man, it's not, it's not as common.
Right.
But kudos to HBO. And, who wrote this one? Did they say we gave my man Cord a lot of
And I'm embarrassed. I gotta find the writer.
the other
It was
one
a different
so
writer.
heavy. Yeah,
But I like
they spread
how-
the wealth.
But I like how there was ramifications from last episode spilled into here.
Yeah,
and you
and
saw,
there's gonna be more.
and I gotta say, I love the creativity on how we get Angela's origin story, but it's still in connection to Will.
Yeah.
And the memories are blending together.
they're blending
when
together, yes.
when her grandmother, when June passes,
Right?
did we talk about that?
No, we did not, man.
When June finds her in the orphanage
Right.
and says, "Well, this is your lineage,"
Yep.
of course you. Did she say, "Of course you want to be a cop" or something like that?
yeah.
She kind of asked her.
Yeah.
I mean, she was going to take her to Tulsa,
Right. I was gonna take you.
and she didn't go to Tulsa because June
just died.
died
Right.
right there.
Put it in the cab and then died. Like,
Right.
I mean, that how often is hope snatched away from folks?
Yeah.
That's what I saw in that.
Yes.
It's like,
man, I was
it's
almost
like,
out of
I found-
here.
I found myself.
Right.
It's like I'm there. This is it. I know who I am now. I've had
Right.
the struggle, and then just like that, it's
Right.
out,
Right.
More
and I can
pain.
relate to that because I have, there's like when you do Ancestry, there's a point, there's points recent and further back where I can't connect the dots. I don't know where I came from.
Right.
And it's and I think there's a lot of us, a lot of us that were in the South. There was that, that great migration where we just went all over the place,
right.
and it was like, whoa, okay, what happened there? So, in terms of this show, just hits all of those levels.
man.
It's almost like
It
they
does.
they just dive into the psyche, especially of an African American in this particular storyline.
Yeah.
And if they did another season, I don't know how they would do it. Like,
Yeah. I want them to.
I want them to kind of just
close.
and it's not being selfish. It's just kind of like they made a statement here, and I kind of wanted to ring.
Yeah.
Of course, I want more, but I don't know if it would be
At what
effective.
cost? Yeah. Mm-mm.
Like I don't need a part 2 to this. I want it to wrap up in a neat bow. Maybe have one little thing dangling out there where you're like it keeps the mystique alive. But but when you think about the graphic novel, it was tied up. It's like, no, this is the ending.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they still managed to pull some stuff out of it. We're going to bring back Hoodie Justice. We're going to bring him back. It's okay.
Right.
I can roll with it.
Right. I even got I'm starting to get the Before Watchmen books just to read up on like the Minutemen and because what I found out, Lindelof said that Watchmen, the graphic novel, there were books written in like the 1920s or 30s about the Minutemen, and Watchmen is kind of a spiritual sequel to that.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, man. Like,
Man, Alan Moore won't get on the phone and talk about it because he mad.
right.
He don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You messing up my properties.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
He's making money.
Yeah, because turn that
Who,
money
Alan
on.
Moore?
Yeah, he getting some money. He ain't getting no money?
Well, we got to do research on that.
Yeah.
But from what I hear, he doesn't want to have anything to do with there's no contract
He's
signed.
entitled to something, right?
Well,
he
You in
probably
the
gets something.
entertainment law. Where's his money?
So Alan Moore did the drawing.
book.
He
wrote the
it.
story.
Oh, so if he wrote the story, then there had to be some type of option there,
Right.
So pretty much HBO or Lindelof or whatever had the production company they had the option. They had to take pretty much the literary options so that they could make this into a television series.
Right.
So,
So he does get a percentage
so
somewhere,
he might not want it. He might not want anything to do with it.
but he
want his money.
But his
Yeah,
bank
he
account
like-
is doing something.
Right.
You know, like,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
his
That's not being
publishers.
said. Yeah.
Or his
Right.
publishers, unless he has some type of agreement where he's just like, I don't want the money and it's going somewhere.
And who's saying that?
There had to be some permission. Whoever controls that copyright, right,
Right.
has to get permission to make this story.
Right.
So
Well, they're free to do it because they're doing. They did before. From what I understand, is the disagreement happened. And this is a podcast all to itself. I think there was a disagreement between Alan Moore and DC Comics.
Okay.
When Watchmen became a popular book,
Right.
I think Alan Moore assumed that it was his because, and they were like, no, technically,
and DC
you did this for us.
Well,
we own it.
and see that might be
Right.
it. So DC has
Your work for hire.
Right. So DC has given this option, and and again that is another podcast for another day.
Yes.
Right? When we're talking about work for hire stuff.
Right.
But I'm about to be like, what's his name? Flash from Five Heartbeats, and so I'm about to start my podcast. You know,
Right.
but no. So seriously, that DC is probably option these rights off. You know, now.
But at that time, it was just comic books.
Right.
It wasn't like, well,
Right.
we're going to option this for a TV show or movie
Right.
because they have no idea.
Right.
They DC just owns all the rights.
Right.
Like you said, like it's work for hire, just like a lot of these producers and recording engineers in the music industry did. It was just work for hire. They have no rights in it. And then the record label, or the comic publisher has all the rights. They do everything. They might give them a royalty or something, right? But they own it, so they can say exactly what happens.
Right.
with it, right. So
I might be getting a tiny little bit, not a whole lot.
So he might be
DC.
getting a royalty, or they might have just said, nah, bro.
We brought off.
Well, I know Dave Gibbons, he's all in, and I know he's making probably a lot more money.
He's the
artist.
He's the artist. Okay.
And he's been he was a creative consultant for the Watchmen movie, and he's a creative consultant
Right.
for this because he's able to speak to it.
Because I was looking, I'm a credits junkie, right? So I was definitely looking at the credits and seeing,
Right.
who's involved and who's not.
Yeah, they can't mention Alan Moore because he doesn't want to.
Yeah,
he's not making any. I'll say he's like you said, he's making money off of the Watchmen, maybe.
possibly if depending on what his deal looked like
Right.
with DC, right?
Yeah, but it's a sad story because he wrote a masterpiece.
Yeah, he did.
That's getting expanded, and
Yeah.
it's having ramifications now. It's affecting us in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It makes you examine human nature. That's crazy, man. And we're talking about superheroes.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's an examination of human nature. It's
Right.
not about the superheroes.
Right. Man. Yeah. People living off other people's genius. That's a whole. That's a. Yeah. That's a podcast.
Yeah.
That's a podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe add it to the network later.
Yeah.
The network that is
Yes.
established 1982 podcast. We have the Black Lightning podcast. We have this podcast, the Watchmen podcast. We've got the Naomi podcast based on the DC property. Naomi, new hero, African American young lady hero, as is another African American young lady in the Far Sector comic that we have a podcast for. So 5 total out there on EST1982podcast.com is the website where you can go out there and listen to any one of those podcasts we have out there.
Can I just say props to y'all, man? Like I'm excited about what y'all do.
Man,
like,
thank you. We are excited also.
Just kind of seeing how that when Rolls Royce
Yeah.
told me about what y'all were doing, and just kind of seeing the network grow, man. Seeing people take action on that.
Yeah, man.
It's
It
amazing.
was wonderful. Thank you so much, man.
Right.
Thank you. And thank you for being a part of
Yes.
Thank you
of
for
this
having me.
Watchmen journey,
Thank you
giving
for
us
having
the entertainment legal breakdown on who should be getting paid. But man, again, again, thank you to those of you that have supported with your time and or your money. We so appreciate it. And man, it's going down out here in this Watchmen. I can't wait.
Before we leave, is there anything you want to pump up? Anything you got going on?
Oh, man. Well, I'll mention some of my clients' work. Like again, if you want to follow me, AlandisBrassel.com, AlandisBrassel.com. But also, I have a couple of clients. One, a group of young women from the class of 1969 at Cameron High. They actually just released a film called Past Its Prologue, and it's a documentary that.
Gotta send me a link, man.
Yeah,
I gotta put all that.
So I'll send you a link. And it's getting some buzz. They just won like an award at the International Black Film Festival, so very excited about that. Also, one of my good friends and clients. I've known this guy since college. I was his RA, and he is now one of my best friends. But he's a film director named Jay Jameson, and he actually has a short that's probably coming out. It's been showed in Brooklyn, showed at another film festival, but it's called Slave Cry, and he looks at at the roles of. You just gotta watch it. It's 13 minutes long, so I don't have a link to that yet.
Okay,
but that's coming. So I'll make sure y'all know when that's there.
Okay,
but really just looking at kind of it fits into the whole like Watchmen conversation. I think as far as just race and all that good stuff.
Cool.
So yeah,
cool. A lot of things going on.
Yep,
and everybody's out here grinding for the public. Yes. But again, we appreciate you,
right, but grinding for the public. You said grinding for the public.
Yeah, these things they grinding on the public. Yeah. It's a family show.
You said it, I didn't.
That was funny.
And what better time than shut it down than right now? But again, thank y'all so much for your support, man. Until next time, man, we will holler.